Reaction and insight now from Gilbert Mercier, editor-in-chief of News Junkie Post. Mr. Mercier, according to the latest reports, Israel has approved the mobilization of thousands of soldiers. Is this a sign Israel is preparing for a ground offensive?
Well, they've done it, as one of your reporters mentioned, in the Operation Cast Iron a few years back. But this is a complete different picture now, because you have a situation in Syria that is boiling over in extreme way. Last week, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton was in Qatar to basically talk about the situation in Syria, and I also suspect that she was talking about some Israeli concerning this attack on Gaza, which seems to me either a provocation from Israel or something that is not very well thought out, because what could very easily happen is an attack from Hezbollah on Israel coming from Lebanon. Also some unrest in Jordan, where you have about 2 million Palestinians, and as well as perhaps a movement from the Egyptian army that is very substantial. So Israel is basically playing with fire.
Israel maintains it's carrying out a successful bombing campaign. Despite the civilian casualties, but surely innocents are going to be killed when a densely populated area like Gaza is bombarded.
Israel has the intention of breaking the back of Hamas, just like they have the intention of breaking the back of Hezbollah. What they seem to be forgetting, both in Israel and in Washington, is that Hamas and Hezbollah were actually elected. So it is I personally think that either they're betting someone for retaliation, which could namely be Hezbollah, or they are doing something very, very stupid. Because if there's one thing that unifies the Muslim world, and we've been seeing that not only in Muslim countries, but actually all over the world, including in the US, is an attack on Palestinians.
The militants in Gaza have been firing long-range rockets smuggled from Iran. Now, that's a serious escalation of the conflict. Could all of this potentially end up involving Tehran as well? Like you said, is there an agenda behind this? Is this just provocation from Israel? What's the deal?
Well, the deal is fairly simple. Hezbollah supply lines come from Iran through Syria. When the U.S. and the Western, let's call them allies, but they are more like vassal of the U.S., namely France and Italy, are taking the lead to basically arm the so-called Syrian revolution, which is financed by the Saudis. Once the line of supply, if the Assad regime falls, then Hezbollah will have their back against the wall. So basically, I think what Israel is doing in terms of geopolitics is trying to bet Hezbollah to attack so they can invade Lebanon.
Gilbert Mercier, we're going to have to leave it right there. Thank you very much. Editor-in-chief of News Junkie Post. Thank you for being with us.
You're welcome.
Right, stay with our